and welcome to my channel. I'm excited to be doing a new series here on my channel. So this series is called Wrap Up. I will be wrapping up each month with the layouts and projects that I have done throughout that previous month. So for January, I will share everything I've done in January with you, basically first week or mid-February. Do that for the whole year. So I'm excited for this. It's just basically going through what I've done throughout the month, and you can see my projects, how they're coming together. Maybe some of my projects are a fail, and we'll talk about that. And so I know this video is probably going to be very long because I'm sharing all the layouts that I've completed or all the projects that I've worked on throughout 1 month, but I think it's going to be fun to see everything in one video. I know you see a lot of my process videos throughout the month, but I think it would be nice to see what I have completed within 1 month. So I'm going to start with my Me, Myself, and I project. I think by now I've shared probably 3 to 4 videos with you, but I've completed a lot, and I actually went ahead and printed a lot of my photos to get them ready for my next process video. I just wanted to try to finish my Me, Myself, and I project within February. So hopefully, if you haven't seen those process videos by now, I will be posting them very soon. But I think I'm at day 21, if I'm not mistaken. And I got all these done in January, which is pretty awesome. And I love this kit because it's so simple and easy to put together. And that's why I was able to complete so many prompts within a month. And I think this video is not up yet, but I completed a lot of these up to day 21, and I already printed my photos for the rest of the prompts. So hopefully I'll be able to share that process very, very soon. But that is a lot done within a month, and I'm really proud of myself for that. So this album is almost completed. And like I said, I'll be sharing more of it very, very soon. Let's take a look at my daily journal. As you guys know, I journal daily. I share this a lot here on my channel and on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram and you are interested in my daily journal, take a look at my reels there. But this is daily, so I'm definitely caught up. I completed January. And this year, I decided to keep the calendar matching almost. So I'm sticking to a few colors. And basically, sticking to those colors makes the calendar neater to me, I think. So I'm going to try it out. I'm still doing it in February, so we shall see how that goes. But I really like how this calendar turned out for January. And like I said, I do this daily, so I'm caught up, and I completed January, and I just love my daily journal. It is one of my favorite projects. Basically, I used to love my project life more than anything, but now in the past few years, my daily journal has become my favorite project just because I can kind of go back and see all the stories just by looking at my titles, my stamping, my doodling. It's just a great way to keep up with life, basically. And as you guys know, I love journals more than anything. So if I can find a way to use a journal, I will do that. So this is February, and as you can see, we're at around February 7th. And so this month I'm sticking to the blues, the tans, a little bit of pink. So hopefully I can stick to that throughout my calendar and everything will match. So basically I am all caught up in my daily journal, and this is what I've completed within the month of January. So I did share my creative journal with you, and this is just a place for me to have fun. It is a daily hemlock and oak undated, and I didn't want to waste my hemlock and oak, so I cut it down, put it on discs. And like I said, I've shared this before with you, but this is basically a place for me to just have fun. And these are the pages that I've created like within the month of January. I did like a book layout. This I shared here on my channel. I did a little birthday thing. I still do need to stamp 2024 right there in the center. So these photos were extras and I didn't want to throw them away. So I decided to use them in my creative journal. This is something that I'm going to be doing throughout the year. If I have extra photos, as you guys know, I hate throwing away photos. Sometimes my photos are the wrong size. Maybe they didn't print out properly. I'm going to use them in here and just have fun and just use my stash and my stamps. Another extra photo, so I went with it. I used that. I have a lot of 6x8 paper, so I just punched that out and added it to my creative journal. I have these new washi tapes from the washi tape shop, and I wanted to try them out. They're just so pretty. So I decided to try it in my creative journal and basically just have fun. And as you can see, I just created a few layouts, but I was able to use some of those photos that, you know, don't want to throw away. And I know I said that this is not about like photos in this creative journal. It's literally just to have fun. But I felt like this was a good place for me to add those photos when I don't want to throw them out. So that worked out really nicely. And I love this layout. It's so simple, but so pretty. So that is my creative journal. And those are the layouts I have done within the month. Okay, so let's take a look at my Scrappy Spiral notebook. So first, I did want to mention there is a restock coming very soon, I promise. And hopefully I will announce it here on my channel once I do the restock. We've just had some problems with shipping, and so there was a delay, but it's coming very, very soon. I will be restocking the 2024 cover, and I will also be restocking, or not restocking, but I also have 2 new covers as well. So let's get to it. My Scrappy Spiral notebook is not my project life. It's basically a place for me to document all the things, favorite moments, occasions, things that happen throughout the month. And I love the simplicity of my Scrappy Spiral notebook. It's easy to put together, and I promise to share more layouts using it throughout the year. So I do use monthly title pages to break down this notebook. I've done this for the past 2 years, and I really like seeing the layouts within 1 month, if that makes sense. So here's January, and these are the layouts that I created in January. Some I have shared with my members only, and some I have shared here on my YouTube channel. Some I've shared on Instagram as well as Reels, but I kept it very simple. I have been trimming down a lot of my 3x4 cards, my 4x6 cards as well, and using it in my Scrappy Spiral notebook. Because the spirals are so big, you do have the option of adding thicker embellishments or thicker paper because you have the space to bulk it up basically. And so I was just documenting my birthday in January, the Reading with Hiba book club. I love this layout. It turned out really, really good. And I literally just trimmed this out from a traveler's notebook page. And it was bigger, but I made it fit into the space and it looks really great. Another layout that I did, or I shared on Instagram in one of my reels, and you can watch that and see how easy it was to put together. And my last spread in my Scrappy Spiral notebook for January is just a mishmash of photos. So if I wasn't able to use them within my spreads here, I think I'm going to do this for every month and just kind of document little stories here and there. It doesn't have to have journaling. I actually added the journaling to my photo and basically call it done. And February is ready to go. I have it all stamped out and cute. and I can move on to February whenever I want, or start my February layouts whenever I'm ready. But I was able, I think I did 10 spreads for January. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I did 9 spreads for January, and that's pretty good. I was able to kind of document those special moments in my Scrappy Spiral notebook. Okay, next up, let's take a look at my reading journal. I'm going to flip through this very quickly because I do have a video setting up, I think, February in my reading journal and sharing more about my reading journal. But I've already started filling out a lot of the little challenges and trackers and things like that. Also love my little covers here. And my January calendar is complete, as you can see. And I completed all my books. I think I read 11 in January. I've been drawing the covers and been making it all cutesy. I have my reviews as well. And that is January. And then basically I jump into February. But it's just complete. This is all the layouts I was able to do in my reading journal for January. And I have to say, I'm so digging my reading journal right now. Let's take a look at my traveler's notebook. I pulled it out of my disc bound cover real quick because I was doing something earlier with it. I just wanted to change out my discs. But anyways, the first few spreads are December. And by the way, I do stamp the dates, so that's how I know. But these are the layouts that I created in January, and they turned out pretty cool. This tag, I need to do something like on the back. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I should just back it up with another tag. I'm not sure yet, but I've completed these. I love that one very much. This one was fun. This was using Studio Calico kit. The other one was using a Cocoa Daisy. This is another Cocoa Daisy spread, or using Cocoa Daisy product. And this was just documenting my birthday using Studio Calico's kit. I really like this spread. I love everything and anything that has a flip up or fold out or anything like that. I still do need to stick down my pages back to back. Sometimes I wait a little bit to make sure I'm not going to use the back of the page, if that makes sense. And if I decide I'm not, I'm just going to stick them together. This is another Studio Calico layout that I created in January. And basically that's it. So I did a few layouts for January in my traveler's notebook, which is pretty awesome. I just need to stick that back into my disc bound cover. And then I'm going to share this. This is my project life. I've shared this with my members recently, and we put a layout together. And I showed them how I'm putting these layouts together and how basically I'm using this as my project life. I decided this year, early on throughout the year, I started thinking, I don't think I need a Project Life album. I've done Project Life since 2011, and I love it, and I love all my albums, but I think it's time for a change. And I decided if I miss doing the pockets, I can always go back to it. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. And I have to say, I really love doing this. It's kind of like a memory planner, but for me, this is my project life. And I'm looking at it as project life. I'm documenting daily, maybe photos, maybe journaling. I'm using my stash. And I just love that it's all in a little journal instead of big album. I'm not logging around this large album and stressing about getting it done, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna flip through this and share with you how my project life looks like now in 2024 and what I've created within this journal. By the way, this is a Hemlock and Oak weekly dated planner, and that's what I'm using as my project life. So I'm adding my week number, and I'm adding the numbers at the top. And basically, I'm sticking to that margin of each week, adding my photo, adding some stamping, journaling, maybe some embellishing, keeping it very simple, but still using my stash. I might be printing some of my Studio Calico kits as well, like my cards, and measure, like sizing them to fit into these columns, basically. But I'm so excited for this. And also, it's so fun to put together. I love how it turns out. I love that I can look at it and see my whole week within the spread, and also have the journaling for each photo or each day. So I find it to be a better project for me than the large 6 by 12 pockets for Project Life. I feel this is just a fun, more creative way for me at this point. And like I said earlier, I love journals. I love to document within my journals. So if I can find a way to change up my Project Life into a journal, then I'm going to go for it. But anyways, I just had fun with this. I've been stamping, I've been using my embellishments, and right when you open the page, obviously you can tell what week it is, what month it is, the days of the week, all of it in one place. Sometimes I go larger with my photos, and I'm okay with that. I really like that. And I did that, I think, here as well. Like, we celebrated my birthday all weekend, so I used the weekend to document my birthday, but the rest of the week I stuck to the column sizes, if that makes sense. But it's just looking really, really great. And at the end of the month, I've been doing larger photos. So I'm basically documenting any photos that I wasn't able to add in here. And let's say if I have a favorite photo, I'll still add it to my little collage. So I really like this idea, and I honestly do not miss Project Life yet. I promised myself if I did, and I missed the pockets and I missed the idea of Project Life in pockets, that I would go back to it. But right now, I am not missing it, and I'm really enjoying this. I'm able to document my photos, my stories, and still use my stash. I might, like I said, either print my 3 by 4 cards and 4 by 6 cards and try to size them into the columns and use them here, or even trim down some of my own 3 by 4 and 4 by 6 cards. But if I don't, again, it's not going to bother me. I can always use some of my cards in my traveler's notebooks and put them in pockets if I wanted to. I also have been using my cards in my Scrappy Spiral notebook. Like here, these are Studio Calico cards. So I've been trying to find ways to use my cards. They don't have to go in pockets, but I have been enjoying this, and I'm sticking to this for now. And like I said, I did share this with my members, and we put this layout together, and I kind of walked them through how I do that. So those are all the projects that I have completed and finished in January. Well, not completed, but basically have gotten done in January. I love it because it wasn't overwhelming, to be honest with you. All my projects are small, and so they're doable. And I really like the idea of doing wrap-ups for you. That way you can kind of see what I've completed. It's easier that way. And if that's something you enjoy and would like to see more of, let me know. And I will probably do a February wrap-up very soon. Like I said, I'll do the month after, like the month is over. So basically February, I'll share my wrap-up in March. So let me know if that's something you would like to see more of, and I'll definitely add this little series to my channel. I think that would be fun. Oh, and before I wrap it up, don't forget I will be adding all the links for everything I shared down in the description box for you. I also do have playlists with a lot of these process videos, so take a look at that as well. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.